I then gained 6 from my initial 3 EMC. I've basically found a way to duplicate EMC early game. Hello everybody and welcome to the new series, Skycapsule Project.
What kind of stupid name is that?
Yeah, that's a terrible name, so we're just gonna call this project Skycapsule, despite what this mod pack is called. So, we are in another Skyblock scenario, but this one is far more interesting. But first and foremost, we need to settle with the first thing that you do in all Skyblocks: punch down this tree. Oh my goodness, yes, so riveting. But now that we've gotten ourselves our saplings right here, we need to ensure that we never lose these saplings again. And wouldn't you know it, but through the quest line in this mod pack, that's gonna be a whole lot easier. So we need to check this one off, I can't forget that. And then the next one is where things get interesting, because here, we're gonna get all sorts of rewards. You know, we're just gonna wanna collect all these things, you know. Oh boy, what's this thing? Could it be a transmutation table? So, for those of you who don't know what a transmutation table is, it's basically a little piece of equipment that lets us set up a little market-like place where instead of money, we purchase things with EMC. If we don't have any EMC, we can't purchase anything. But this way, now that we have these things logged into our transmutation table, we can now purchase them if we have sufficient EMC. For those of you who do know what this mod is, you might be thinking, isn't it a little early for this? Yes it is. But that's the beauty of it, because with an early transmutation table, it actually isn't as overpowered because we don't have so much EMC generation where we can get everything. So I can't just go completely crazy with this. I do have to rely a little bit on the trees, especially since not everything in this is EMCable, and there are some things that I am going to need to get normally. Actually, I am also going to need to go ahead and make myself some wood, and then we can go ahead and then make ourselves a crafting table. Probably should have EMC'd that wood, but that's fine. I can go ahead and do that right now. There we go. And then we're also going to want to grab ourselves some sticks. That should be more than enough. EMC it up. You know, we're just going to EMC everything we can. Then we're going to want to make ourselves something called a wooden crook. The crooks are going to be what allow us to get so many things. I don't know if this is in this mod, though. It is the compressed crook. Yes, that's good. So basically, the compressed crook, it's either that it lasts longer or that it's stronger. We don't know. Torque is not in this. Dang it. So I need to wait for that tree to grow. There we go. Oh, that is a big old tree. Okay, well, that's fine. So then, wait, no. Before we do that, we're going to want to take out this tree right here. And there we go. We've got some of the silkworms. With these silkworms, we can go ahead and do something very, very special with them. But in order to do that, we need to plant another tree. Okay, now that we've got our tree, what we need to do is we need to plant some silkworms in all over this tree. We don't need to hit every leaf because it will spread slowly. But if we did, it would speed it up exponentially. So what's happening is that these silkworms are slowly infesting these leaves until they make infested leaves. Basically, we're making a grandpa tree. Once this tree is fully grandpa'd, we then make it bald before we cut it down, so that way we can get ourselves some strength. Ooh, this is the old man song. I need my dentures now. Where's my cane? Oh god, I'm dead. Alrighty, now that we have sung the ceremonial old man song, we can go ahead and then crook this down, and there we go. Oh gosh, that is a lot of string. Okay, cool. I will gladly take all of that. Alrighty, and then we can go ahead and then make ourselves 3 wool. We're gonna want to EMC that too, just so that way we can go ahead and have that. Then using the power of 3 wood and 3 wool, we can go ahead and make ourselves our precious little bed. And then we need to find a place to sleep, preferably not too close to the edge. Here will do, and yes. That's how we get our basic string and stuff like that. And if we go up into here, we don't actually need the quest book. There's actually a quest tab, which I just found out. Our next mission that we're going to need outside of getting all of that together is we're going to need to start getting some cobblestone. How on earth do we get cobblestone? Well, apparently this little altar-like thing here is what's going to help us out. So first and foremost, we're gonna need to make ourselves a pickaxe. What we do is we break down each and every one of these andesites. We're going to want to break these bottom ones first before we break that top one, because once that top one happens, then it's going to destroy all our lives and our wives. Okay, so now that we got those ones down, We need to break this one down. Oh, there it goes. And be very careful because this is our little cobblestone generator. It'll be generating 4 cobblestone each, and with our FTB ulti mine, we can go ahead and then just break all these down, hoping they don't fall into the lava. So now I just need to do this until I get 64 cobblestone. That, or I could get about 32 cobblestone, EMC all of this, and then just go ahead and take out a full stack. I think that works. Oh mine, what's this? This gives us a full stack of stone, which means we can get more EMC. Oh my goodness, what a beautiful mod pack this is. Anyway, so now that we've got ourselves the stone, the next thing we're going to need to get is going to be gravel, sand, and dust. These things you can get through the normal means that we have in these mod packs being hammers. And then all that we need to do is we need to just crush down this stone, and bam, we got ourselves our gravel. We can go ahead and then crush down that gravel. We then get sand. We need to actually crush down another one so that we get another sand, because then we get to crush down that sand. Somehow you can crush sand until you get dust. And then we EMC it all. And by gathering all those things up, we then get even more of those stuff. That's beautiful. Really, the beginning part of this is just getting everything all situated and set up. So now that we've gotten the sand, we could then make the glass and all that. We would just need to set up a furnace. But the next thing that I am going to want is I'm going to want to get myself some dirt. The best way to get dirt is going to be composting it with a barrel. So we're going to need to get ourselves some wood, and we're also going to need a slab. The unfortunate thing is that there isn't actually a transmutation table with a crafting table in it. Oh gosh, that would be awesome, man. Okay, so let's go ahead and put this there, and what can we compost? I can go ahead and just compost a bunch of these saplings. There we go. And now we just need to wait for this thing to reach its 100 progression. We don't recycle, we don't throw away, we compost things. So that way we can feed it to our dirt overlords. Go ahead and grab 8 of these, and there we go. Now that mission's done. I wish I could get a straight up questing book so that way I didn't always have to open up this thing and then click up here, but I won't really be able to get that until I get some leather. So we're just gonna have to deal with this. Anyways, next step, let's go ahead and make ourselves a furnace, and then we can go ahead and then throw that into there. And let's go ahead and then place this boy like right here. There we go. Now that we have the furnace, we're gonna need to use them to go ahead and make ourselves some seared bricks. And seared bricks can be made in 2 ways. One is by smelting grout, which is the normal way for tinkers, but in this mod pack, we can actually smelt down dirt as well. And thus, the smelting journey begins. Hooray! We must weigh! Unless these things also have EMC on them. They do. I've also managed to make up some glass and then throw that in the transmutation table, so then now with all of that together, that should be that mission done. Oh gosh, I get a stack for getting 5? Yep. That's perfectly balanced. So then after that, what we're going to need is we're going to need to make ourselves a basic tinker's thing. Melter, that's the word I was looking for. A melter. All of these are also EMCable, so if I ever need to grab them again, I can. And there we go. Now we got ourselves the whole tinker's meltery. The meltery is very basic. We can just make a whole full thing like this, and that should be good. I mean, I am doing this very compact because I don't want to, spend time building on screen. I can do it off screen, but for right now, we're just going to have everything being like that. So now that we've got the melter, the next thing on our agenda is going to be to make this thing right here, which is called the Tier 1 Mini Catalyst, which takes molten grout. Now, in order for us to be able to get grout, we're actually going to be making this compressed grout. In order to make this, we need 3 compressed sand, 3 compressed gravel, and 3 compressed dust. Now, most of these things divided up perfectly, but since I used some of the sand to make some glass, I wasn't able to grab that. But that is fine, especially since all these are also EMCable, so we're just gonna want to plop those in anyways. And with our powers combined, we make compressed grout, and we EMC compressed grout. Oh my goodness, the unimaginable power. So then the question is this thing takes 1 bucket of this molten grout. How much does this give us? It gives us 100 buckets, which means I'm going to need 10 of these. And now we just watch as everything fills up. It's actually smelting really fast, and I actually like that. So I might not actually need a second charcoal, but that's all right, because with this last one right here, I think I did do that math right. Hooray! I did basic kindergarten level math. Love me, mommy. Anyways, now all we need to do is we need to pour all that into the casting table and watch as that whole pile of stuff converts down into this little ring. So the next thing we're going to need to make is going to be this resource generator. It's a tier 1, and it is going to be awesome. In order to make it, we need 4 cobblestone, 2 dirt, 2 compressed cobblestone, and 1 compressed dirt. Alrighty, I should have enough to be able to make all the compressed stuff. There we go. Then we can combine all of that, and there we go. We got ourselves our resource generator, which is also EMCable. So, ooh, that was close. That was very close. I will put this thing right here. There we go. I can't remove this until I'm at an iron level pickaxe. So yeah, we're just gonna have to deal with that. So how this thing works, we're going to put this catalyst inside of here, and then it's going to start generating ourselves some things that are called little resource capsules. What these things are for is these are going to be what allows us to start crafting basic materials. So all these things right here, they're going to be using these little capsules to craft them. So with these tier 1 capsules, we can go ahead and grab tin nuggets, redstone dust, iron nuggets, copper nuggets, bone meal, and coal. I don't know how much of these things I'm actually going to need. The quest asks me to grab 9, but in order for me to grab everything, I'm not sure. I have done the math, and if I'm correct, I need 23 of these capsules in order to make those basic resources, all of which are EMCable, but I will continue to leave this thing running so that way I can then make more of those things, so that way we could then get more EMC, or maybe not if we just need them and we don't have enough EMC. So each of these things has their own recipe. It is very specific as to where you're allowed to place these things, but that's fine. We can go ahead and then just throw these things with our JEI or REI, whichever this one is, and it just makes it all up instantly. Yay! Now we have everything we need, and then we can just throw those things in there. And the best part is with the power of all these nuggets, I could go ahead and then I could just combine all of them, and then we get ourselves our pristine ingots.
Oh yeah, it's all coming together.
So now that we've got our basic resource generation, oh wait, that quest didn't complete. Why did it not complete? I bet you it's because I only got 1 bone meal instead of 3, but that's fine. There we go. Now we got that one. So now that all of that's out of the way, the next thing on this main line, so that way we can then complete all of this basic resources one, is going to be to get an auto crafter. This is going to be a lot. Considering that auto crafting isn't really on my list of priorities right now, we're just gonna ignore that. But you know what I would like? I would like to get myself something very, very pristine that would help me out quite a lot. We're going to go ahead and then grab ourselves a bucket, and then we're going to head and then use that in the EMC. Then what we can do is we're going to grab ourselves some of this water, and then we're going to EMC that as well. And you know what? We can also go ahead and then grab this lava bucket. Oh my goodness. I bet you this might not have been how I was supposed to do this, but this way we can go ahead and then grab the lava anyways. It's nice. And I believe that was also a challenge. It was. Okay, wait, this actually did want me to do something. I see how I was supposed to do this. So basically what I was supposed to do is I was supposed to make this stone barrel, which can actually also make lava, which you wouldn't want to use the wood one, because, you know, lava, wood, they don't generally work very well. But instead what I did is I took my bucket and I just picked up the lava. Yay. I love doing things incorrectly and then getting the winning result. That's very nice. So I guess then what I can do to end everything off is I can go ahead and start working towards getting the sequence fabricator, which is going to be our form of auto crafting. So to get that, we're going to need a tin ingot. You all know how I'll get that. I just need to compress a bunch of the nuggets, which I already got. I need to get a copper gear. Same deal. I just need to get all the copper ingots so that way I can then make the gear. And then I'm going to need a compressed redstone block. That thing is going to cost a lot. I probably am just going to stick with the resource generator as much as I can with that one. Then after that, we're just going to need this machine frame, which will take a tin gear. Fortunately, most of this stuff is EMCable, so that'll all work out just fine. So let me grab all that stuff real quick, and we'll be right back.
Much later.
Alrighty, it took me forever, but I managed to get everything. I am down to 7 EMC. Oh my goodness, but with all of our powers combined together, I'm pretty sure I already put these things into the EMC table. We now have ourselves our sequence fabricator, pretty much the primary way that we're going to be able to generate things early on. And would you look at it, we also got ourselves some pipes. And we even got ourselves a Stirling dynamo. That's gonna be a good way to generate power. Now, I'm not sure how you're actually supposed to use this thing. I don't have any clue whatsoever, so I'm going to need to look into that at another point. because for right now, we aren't really going to be using the auto crafting. That's pretty much the whole quest line on this first chapter right here. Well, not the first chapter, it's the basic resources chapter. There is a bunch of other things that we can get. Ooh, a bioresource generator. That's not too complex, actually, and that'll be what will allow us to get our farming equipment. It does take water, though. I think water could be easy to get, depending on how things go. Is there an aqueous? There is an aqueous accumulator, and it's not expensive. Okay, so what I would then need to do for that one is I would need to make an infinite water source. I can then place that in, and then I can work with all the bio stuff. That won't be too difficult, but I won't be able to do that this episode because there's going to need to be some expansions that I'm going to need to make in between episodes. But we're not done yet, because while I was waiting for those things to be able to generate, I've been looking into some things, and I found out how I'm actually supposed to get this clay and this netherrack. What I need to do is I need to get a barrel full of either water or lava for their respective things, and then place something inside of it. So before I can do anything, I'm going to need to grab myself a stone barrel. I just realized something, and this is bad. This is very, very bad. So, stone costs 1 EMC, right? A stone slab also costs 1 EMC. I grab 3 of these stones, and then I place them like this. I then gain 6 from my initial 3 EMC. I've basically found a way to duplicate EMC early game. I love everything about this. Let's go ahead and then make our stone barrel. And once you know it, the conversion rate on this thing is in fact the same. We still gain 7 EMC from that. It's just that it doesn't really amount to much. Oh, look at that. I'm out of EMC. Whatever will I do? Oh no. Realistically, what I could do is I could just blow all my EMC on this over and over again and then just keep duplicating it until I get enough for what I need. It's not terribly reliable, in all honesty, because a lot of things cost like hundreds of thousands of things already for things that I'm gonna need. But for the moment, whenever I need something small, this could work. Let's go ahead and grab ourselves our bucket of lava, and then we're also gonna go ahead and then grab the redstone. Then we can place this thing right here and then throw the bucket. I don't know if I throw this in or if I just right-click it. I just right-click it. Okay, cool. And now we got ourselves some netherrack. Then by using water and dust, we can then go ahead and then make ourselves some clay. There we go. We got those things down. And I don't think these things give us any rewards. Yeah, they don't. Because with this mod pack, it seems like it only gives me rewards to either feed me or help me progress a little bit. It's not too big on the whole random rewards thing, which I'm okay with. I really like random rewards. You know, that's going to be something I miss because it seems like a lot more mod packs in the current age do not allow for random rewards. Oh, hey, random reward. Well, apparently that was the only reward I had left, which is fine. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and check out my last video. Bye-bye!